Hello, welcome back. 4 battles. Interesting. First up, Bogarus into some Ronin, I believe. Yeah. These are cool looking units. Never seen these before. I don't think. Maybe I have. I don't know. They have 3 cold resistance. Interesting. It's a strange amount of cold resistance to have. Pretty awful looking stats overall. I don't know. Because they've got nice helmet and shield though. And we've got some archers who also have 3 cold res. Only short bows. And what have we got back here? Prophet with a magic weapons bless. Okay. Glad we saw that then. Probably don't want to fight Bogarus early on. Although I can't see any sacred units, so who knows what that means. They take this province though. Not really much to see. Wow, I'm surprised they take the province after witnessing that. Yeah. So, lost all the spearmen. Tango Leech. Not a big deal, really. Next up, we have Ophalef. Here's my dragon. Is it worth watching these? I think it's the last time, probably not. Let's just one last one for old time's sake. Here's the dragon breathing poison gas on infantry. Fantastic. Alright. Valgard next. Is this the Prophet army? No, this is the new army, right? Or is this the Prophet army? It's the Prophet army. Okay. So I should have positioned these guys slightly differently since it was heavy cavalry, I think. Or maybe not. There's no archers or anything. I guess the awkward thing is just, we tank the lance charge very badly because our units who are not ethereal are slightly faster. So they all die. Which does eventually trigger some people routing, I think. I think that's how it works. So 2 of our sacreds are routing from the mixed squad that had the light infantry in it. I think too many hit points disappeared when those few units died. But the squad of sacreds that was led by the little H2 priest are sticking around at least. So 6 units dispersed on their own, 4 of them made it back to friendly territory, yeah. So one of the Soheis died on the retreat as well, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, probably should have thought about that before we hit the province, but oh well. It's fine. Last up, Unforgiver. This was pinging a province to see if there's a mage there. It turns out there's a mage there. But yeah, it is just a Water 3 mage, bunch of gems, but I think this guy just spams Water Strike, probably, if I had to guess. Which isn't going to do much to our god. And this is a pretty small province otherwise, so we should be able to take that out, no problems with our god, so that's okay. And our Shambler Chief retreated to friendly territory successfully, so we still have him as well. And here's the map now. Can see Kalem and their cap. So yeah, map's a bit cramped. We would have extremely good expansion if the map had been a bit more favourable to us, because we have these 2 squads in our god, but we just cut off him where we can actually go. This is another turn where this squad can't actually attack anything. Because up here we just took Valgard, another pretty mundane province. As you can see, most of the units are routed, so it's just the 9 sacreds that this guy was leading stuck around, so they're now being led by our prophet. One of our sacreds retreated to Lowmark, a bunch of other stuff too. But we have enough stuff to hit Illwinter, which is just militias and light infantry, so yeah, that's not a big deal. So just my prophet leading these guys now. Can hit that and that's okay. And then I'm going to leave this province for them to take next. And this squad that's newly formed and coming out of my cap is going to have to go to Ophalef and then attack Resting Heights next turn. I think that's the most efficient thing to do. I could attack Curtain Wall this turn with this squad, which might be a good idea to grab it in case, Kalem grabs it, but if I do that, then it's going to be longer getting down here, and we know that this territory is basically done now. We can't really get anything else over here. So getting down here faster is probably better, just in case more of this stuff is available. Might be a few provinces here we could pick up away from Atlantis, possibly. We'll see. So yeah, Prophet hits Illwinter. new squad just sidesteps to Ophalef, unfortunately, which is also pretty mundane. We can now see Blackport. Our Dominion is here. It is a good province. By far the best province we can see, 153 income. Definitely going to hit that next with our god, and then probably Unforgiver after that. Feels a bit awkward to ask someone, ask another player, hey, can I attack this? And they go, yeah. And then you just ignore it. But, yeah, I don't know. We're going to grab Blackport because it's so much more valuable. We can see dark candles around here. I don't know if Atlantis would come up here. If he's willing to give me this and he can see these provinces, maybe he's just, you know, sacked this bit of territory, but who knows. But we definitely want to grab Blackport, so mirror image, twist fate, fly closest. Should be okay. Lots of heavy cavalry, but they should have a lot of trouble hitting us. And I think it's a JBBM thing that our dragon has recuperation, by the way. I don't think the Celestial Dragon has that in vanilla. I could be wrong, though. But that also helps if things do go wrong. But yeah, so God will attack that. Prophet attacks this. New squad sidesteps. That's about it for main movements. Since we had a bunch of gold this turn, because, yeah, recruitment is still no units. Back to getting mages, though. Yeah, I started putting a temple down in Valgard. Just because we had a free priest, I thought I might as well. It'd be nice to start pushing Dominion around here. Since Bogris has magic weapons, we don't want to fight them early. But if we push Dominion around here, maybe Kalem we could attack early. We'll try and see what their bless is. Although I think Kalem might have magic weapons as well, right? Don't they have... Because they have the ice weapons too, right? Is that... Are you Kalem? Yeah. Because... Yeah, ice weapons are magic as well. Okay, so... Not a great selection of neighbours so far for our bless. Yeah, that's really bad. And Tianchi has an awake god. I don't know who we attack first. I was hoping we could just roll over someone quickly if we just push our Dominion to them, have a bunch of ethereal units. But if everyone near us has magic weapons, that kind of shits on that plan, doesn't it? Well, either way, there'll be a commander in Lowmark next month. This is the Steel Ovens province. We'll start a fort there with a temple line in Valgard. And then I'll definitely attack Unforgiver the turn after this. And then we'll move this guy plus the mage that we have underwater there to start the lab and the temple there. We can recruit some pretty cool mages underwater. These guys are all W3, but then they come with a joined pick that is either fire, earth, or nature. So that's much easier to get an F2 mage out of these guys. Really cool mages. So I'm looking forward to getting a bunch of these guys. So we'll start the underwater fort as soon as possible as well, so that we can start queuing up these guys. And that'll be cool. I would rather fort Unforgiver because it's further away from our cap. Although, in saying that, I don't think underwater provinces matter for fort adjacency, does it? Because I don't think land forts draw resources from underwater provinces, and vice versa. So maybe it's not a big deal if I put the fort in Devourer, actually. I should probably have checked that, and then maybe just move stuff underwater right now. Do you know what? Maybe that's a good idea. It doesn't really... I was going to move the... I was going to move the water mage to wetlands and then site search here, and then move in next turn. But yeah, we can do that in Devourer as well. I'll go to Devourer, and I'll see if it's worth putting up a fort adjacent to our capital underwater. Yeah, that's okay. And if it is, I'll just start the underwater fort next month. That's fine. Alright, just hesitating a bit because I'm the last person to take my turn. So I'll just check the video and then I'll see you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. We have 2 more battles. First up was Prophet, moving into another really small province. That's okay. And Blackport as well. My god, hitting quite a few heavy cavalry, I suppose. So yeah, it's never usually a problem. And Nodigo, we got 10 defense. One of the local nobles is afraid of uprisings. That's funny because it's adjacent to this province that got attacked by the Ronin. So yeah, it makes sense. He's seen what's been happening over in Bogoris' territory. So for messages there, and yeah, here's the map. So yeah, expansion's still good. But we are kind of running out of places to go now. I think I just worked out we're going to be on 17 provinces next turn, and it's turn 8 at the moment. So yeah, it's pretty good. We've got this from diplomacy as well, sort of, I guess. I don't know. For the time being, at least. But yeah, things are okay. We just picked up Blackport, so that's a nice income province for us, finally. It doesn't really let us recruit anything interesting, though. I was going to take the water province next to finally make that ours. Unfortunately, we can see Fanlegia here is another pretty good province. It's better than all the other ones we've seen, so I'm just going to prioritize high-income provinces when I see them. But I think we definitely get Unforgiver next, right? Maybe? Who knows? This province is heavy cavalry, so it makes me think there might be a good province as well, but it's got dark candles currently, so it might be a bit difficult for us to attack it in the short term. Who knows? But yeah, Fanlegia is the next good province we can see, so God's going to hit that. Same script, same everything. Could be fine. New squad can hit Resting Heights. So this is militias, archers, heavy infantries. We just pull back into the corner. We've got the guys on hold and attack closest. My priest's going to do some blessings. Since he came with N1, which means he can do one of our weird national holy spells, Teaching Sign. I believe this is Power of the Spheres. So it's not amazingly useful, I don't think. I suppose we could do that and then cast Enlarge. I wouldn't mind him doing that off script once he's finished blessing. He can do that, enlarge himself, and then give himself Bark Skin. That'd be fine. I'm not sure how many times we need to cast Blessing to make sure all these troops are blessed, otherwise I'd put it in the script myself. But yeah, that should be fine though. Another small province. And yeah, Kellen didn't attack this, so yeah, leaving this untaken was good, I think, because it lets us attack 3 provinces this turn. Province, we just took Ilmire. Again, nothing interesting to recruit. I head on to Curtain Wall, light infantries, and crossbows. Actually, since it's crossbows and since this is the Prophet, I should just push everything forward. Have them on attack closest, and you on fire archers, and that should be fine. Hopefully nothing goes around us. Don't have don't have many blockers, but that should be fine. And that should be okay. Still had quite a bit of income this turn because, yeah, still not recruiting much. I feel like in late age games you should easily be hitting like 2k income, right? Not sure why these provinces are so bad. Maybe it's just the map. But yeah, I'm just recruiting a mage each turn. In Devourer, I have started on a fort. I tested in a single player game, and yeah, it just seems like underwater forts don't take anything from land provinces, so I don't think it's a big deal to put it adjacent to this fort. So, I'm going to start building a fortress here with our commander, and our water mage is going to do some site searching. Put the PD up to 15 just in case we get an indie attack, although this PD is not very good. I'm not sure if that will fend off anything. I've got this guy scripted to do Ice Shield and Quicken Self, and then advance and cast spells, so maybe he can do some freezing touches on people, just run up to them and freeze them. Because his stats are pretty good, you know, if he's buffed. He's got 18 protection, and 18 hit points as well. So Quicken Self gives him a bit of quickness and also a bit of defense as well. Ice Shield blocks some attacks. Maybe he can freeze some attackers if we get Indeed, I don't know. And other than that, just got guys waiting in Lomark to start a fort. Going to be a priest there to build a temple. I moved another priest and a commander to Blackport to start a fort and a temple there one day. And we've almost hit a research target, so I'm going to get Alt 3 and then probably 2 points of construction to make water breathing rings. We'll have Alt 3 in 2 turns definitely, so I'll also start site searching next turn as well. If I send these 2 guys out, it searches for searches for A2, E2, and N2 sites. So that's pretty good. And that's how things look. I really need to start recruiting scouts again soon as well. Because if we hit a brick wall on expansion quickly, even though our neighbors are they're not perfect targets for us to attack, if we attack them early enough, it might be okay, right? Because we might be able to bring out far more stuff than they can. See what happens. I mean, if we could hit someone like Calum right now, for instance, they probably wouldn't even have any more forts, would they? We could kill their income if we could just get on their cap. Well, I'll keep it in mind anyway. For the time being, we are putting a lot of units in this region. See if we can take Giant's Rest next turn and then go into Walden and just rush him. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's turn 8. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Hello, welcome back. We searched for water sites and didn't find any, and then had 3 battles, all of which were very successful. You'll be pleased to hear. New army lost a samurai, our dragon took a province, and Prophet army lost samurai archer, and that's it. So all good stuff. And wetlands, 8 air gems. Not bad, I suppose. And here's the map now. So we picked up Resting Heights. This is a 41 income province. Nothing interesting to recruit. And get our national mountain mages though, our Shigenjas, so that's cool. Curtain Wall, we have White Man Hill. So gives us some nature gems and increases growth. I don't think that's going to counter out our death scales at all though. I could be wrong, it might just neutralize things. I think we might be like Death 1, generally speaking here. I'm not sure. But nice to have some more nature gems, I suppose. Also doesn't really let us recruit anything except our Genjias. And we also took Vanlegia. So this is a 77 income province. So of the 3, this is the best. Basically 10k pop. Also nothing interesting to recruit though. So you know, I mean, we've broken 1,000 income. So that's nice, right? That's something. Unforgiver is going to be another 47 income, and that's where my good's going to go this turn. There aren't many places I can go here. I mean, we're right by Atlantis now. I can see an Atlantis army here. Don't really want to antagonize Atlantis too much, so I'm probably not going to attack Pepper Plain. We'll take this anyway. We want this. I was wondering if it's worth just forting Unforgiver as well. Because what we really want underwater is our mages. So it doesn't really matter if we're taking resources out of these provinces, right? It might just be better overall to just fort both of these provinces so that they can both recruit our mages. I'm not sure. But it's still only turn 9, so we can think about that going forwards. It's going to take another 4 turns to get the first fort built. But yeah, my god's attacking Unforgiver. I'm on Mirror Image and then Cast, because we should hit Alteration 3 this turn. Which will give us Mirror Image and Mist Form, I mean. And usually the AI likes casting that, so I'll just give our god a turn of Cast, see if they want to cast Mist Form or not. And then we'll just attack closest. Should be fine. We know what's here. I think the Water Mage will probably spam Water Strike, but I doubt it's going to do much to us. I think it does enough damage. It's not very accurate either. And the units won't be able to hit us, probably. That'll be okay. Down here, new army. Gonna go to Zenthro. This is 83 income currently, so it's not too bad compared to some of the other stuff we picked up. And currently only light infantries and heavy infantries, so probably not going to be a problem either. And up here, the Prophet-led army can't really go anywhere. I sent a little message to Caleb and said hello. You know, they've got a Palisades up already, which is adjacent to their cap, which makes me wonder there might be something special here. Who knows? But I said hello. Hopefully they'll stay friendly. We'll have to see. Prophet army is going to move into Lomok this turn. That gives us the most options. We can get to Nardigo and then attack Muspel maybe. Or go to Epernia and then attack World Pillar. Not sure exactly, but we'll send the Prophet army somewhere. I was wondering if Bogarus might be a good target to attack. I'm going to start recruiting some more scouts over the next few turns. Try and scout them out, because although they have a magic weapons blast, I took a look at what they can recruit, and I can't really see any sacred units. So, I don't really know how much of a threat it's going to be. The only sacred unit I can see is this thing. Which would be easy to recruit, but it's still limited by holy levels, so... they're called Callists. I guess I have to just look out on the map to see if I can see any of those units, so we'll know what we'll be up against. We've got a temple here already. If I can just shove Dominion this way, we can start just marching in. Because we're going to end expansion pretty soon, I think, as well, is the thing. Like, we don't really have... I mean, this is it. We get these provinces and this one. These two are like the maybe provinces we can pick up. And at that point, we either sit back and turtle and research, or we attack somebody. The Gothers might be a good target as well. But yeah, I guess the first thing we need to do is get scouts. Make sure that these 3 players are peaceful with us. And then we'll think about it. Maybe Burgess will be really small. We'll see. I'm also starting a fort in Lomark, I think this turn. Yeah. So we've got Palisades going up in Lomark, we've got the underwater fort in Devera. I've got Commander and a Priest just sitting in Blackport to build buildings there as well. So we should start to get buildings out over the next few turns, which will be nice. And I'm also sending out 2 guys to start looking for sites as well. So we'll start looking for air, earth and nature at least. Maybe when this guy underwater's finished as well, he can look for water. Why not? He's currently waiting, which is not very useful, but I don't know what else to do with him at the moment. I suppose we don't need a lab just yet, right? I could have him just walk here, search, and then walk back. It's going to be 4 months till we get this anyway. I guess it was nice having him here to defend, just in case we get attacked, but I guess it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I'll have my god underwater next turn anyway. I think that's it for the turn, though. Still got, you know, some treasury. Treatment in Jomon is still just Shigenjas and no units, so it would be nice to start getting units again soon, but I would like to start the buildings first. If we only recruit the Sacreds, it's not that expensive. So I guess I could just do it this turn and only disable recruitment when we actually need the gold. Because I've got the 2 most expensive buildings started now anyway. It's probably a better idea. I'll do that. But otherwise, that I think is the turn. So, I'm going to partially check the video, and I'll see you in a moment. No, I won't. I'll see you next video, because this is the end of the current video. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I will also see you in the next video.